what I do, or what my students do, is we run simple ads on Facebook and Google, and we do them to the right people. Now, not every attempt we do is a winner, but with my approach, we have a pretty good batting average because we're already reverse engineering all of the numbers from the beginning. And that's just why we win. Okay. Now, the third step is you need the right place or the right landing page to send traffic to. And that's kind of like our special sauce because we have software. We've built our own software that takes care of all of that stuff.
Okay. So what you're saying is you just run advertisements from Facebook and Google right to your promotion link.
Yeah. And I can go into a little more detail, right? I mean, we shoot for 100% ROI on everything we do so that every dollar we spend in ads, we make $2 in commissions. And by the way, this is all stuff I usually teach to my private students. There's, more detail than I can go into and kind of like the short conversation we have here. But, I'm hoping your people get some value from this.
Well, thank you. I'm honored.
Yeah, no doubt. So, here's a little bit more about how the process works though. So it's pretty simple. So after I choose a proven product that's earning me, big commissions or, preferably also recurring commissions, right? It's time to drive people or traffic to it. And this is where most affiliate marketers go wrong because, for example, if you're promoting some sort of like home meditation, like reduce your anxiety or stress program, right? You're going to target people that are, or you think you're targeting people that are searching for meditation, as a keyword in Google or, as an interest in Facebook, right? Sort of makes sense. But actually, that's a super ineffective thing to do. And you're not going to win. You're not going to make ROI doing that.
Okay, wait. What do you mean by that?
Sure. So every other affiliate marketer in the world, or person that wants to get into this industry, they're going after that same keyword, right? Like meditation. So it's pretty competitive. And what you'll end up doing, and you can just look at the numbers are all out there, right? You could just look at the numbers for this, and that's what we do. But you'll see that you'll end up paying more money for ads than you will be earning in commissions. So you never want to follow the same strategy that everybody else is using, right? If the masses are doing it, like run, right? Instead, what I teach my students to do is target long tail keywords. So for example, instead of targeting meditation on Google, I'd have my students target something like a long tail keyword, like, can meditation make you smarter? And we especially like using question-based keywords because those just have a ton of buyer intent and they work really well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
So, and for example, on Facebook, right, instead of targeting a broad interest like meditation, which is just kind of loose, we might target a specific business like Mind Valley, which is a niche company in the meditation niche. And that interest, fans of Mind Valley has far less competition. And that ends up being a huge advantage for us compared to every other random person trying to make money online. And by the way, it takes less than 5 minutes to set up an ad campaign. So that's really not complicated. And you can just start getting traffic. There's something like, 10 billion people in the world now or something like that. So you can get traffic from all over the world doing this. And I have, in my training program, we have step-by-step screen share videos of like me on my computer where I'm showing my students how to set everything up. And the coaches that work with my students, like one-on-one, they'll even sometimes do it for them, right? It depends on the coach. And now I've personally been able to get a 2 to 3x return on my ads for years now. I've been doing this for a while. So for every $1,000 I spend on advertisements, I make back $2,000 to $3,000. But that also keep in mind, I'm figuring that out before I even launch the ads themselves.
Wow. That's a great ROI. I love that. But it does make me think, what if someone lacks the capital to run the ads? What would you recommend for someone like that?
Yeah, great question. So first off, you could always post on social media for years and build a following and shill links to your friends and family. But, that just sucks, right? And it's a job and you have to do it like every day. And, it can just be like awkward when all your friends and family are seeing you shilling all this stuff, right? So there's actually ways you can get started with advertising for free. For example, you can get over $1,000 in free advertising credits from companies like Facebook, Google, YouTube, and just, other ad networks. And that's how I got started, right? I took $1,000 in free advertising and I turned that into $2,000 and I just kept reinvesting that money. I kept reinvesting my profits and I was able to scale to making over $350,000 profit my very first year. Okay. And that is literally no money out of pocket, right? So that's a neat little hack I show all my students. But I would recommend definitely, like, if you're going to go into this business, definitely have some of your own capital to invest. So you could, it just allows you to build up your own passive commission streams a lot quicker.
Yeah, that makes sense. And John, I got to say, I love all the info that you're giving us here. Thank you so much. But I have to be honest, I'm still a little skeptical. So I do need to ask this question. And I'm sure some of our audience are wondering the same thing too. Don't affiliate products get saturated? I mean, aren't there hundreds of other affiliates out there that are promoting the same product?
Yeah, dude, I get this question all the time. And this is one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to affiliate marketing. I mean, let me ask you this. Okay. So have you ever seen a Starbucks or McDonald's and then driven down the street, like maybe not even a block or two, and there's another of the same exact restaurant or another, maybe you've seen a gas station and there's another gas station right across the street. I mean, sometimes there's 4 gas stations across the street from each other, right? So the truth, and it's like, why would you do that? It doesn't make sense, right? The truth is there's literally millions of products and niches and whatnot that we can market online and earn commissions from. And billions of people are buying products online right now. I mean, billions. These are numbers that are unfathomable to the human mind to actually comprehend, okay, when you're connected to the internet. And the niches we sell products in, our customers aren't just buying one product. It's not like they're just going to the coffee store, it's like they got their coffee. Why would they need coffee again, right? They buy a lot of products in the same category. And this entire industry is growing by billions and billions and tens of billions of dollars every single year. More people are coming online every single day, not just because of the COVID craziness, and more people are buying more often online every year. Okay. And so no, these products can't get saturated because there's exponentially more people buying products out there online than there are people like me who are teaching my methods to folks. So there's just money for everyone. And I've been successfully doing this for years. I plan on making more money than ever before this year.
That's a really good point. I love the way you framed it too. It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But here's my question then to follow up. If it's the case that there's so much opportunity out there, why not just create your own products and then do it all yourself? I mean, wouldn't you make more money that way?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but I'm just not interested in managing a huge team of people. And I'd rather sort of kind of bring that light of freedom into other people's lives, that was brought into my life, than just stress myself out with running a huge corporation of hundreds of low-level employees, whipping them and, having all these management meetings. Because at the end of the day, the whole reason I started doing all this was to do it for freedom, So, I mean, dude, check this, it's midday and we're having this podcast right here. I'm chilling out, and meanwhile, there's folks around the world stuck in offices or, in jobs that they can't leave, working 60 hours a week, trying to operate their pizza shop or their business or whatever, I mean, personally, I'm perfectly happy making a few $100,000 a month without all the sort of massive headaches of having a huge business with, different tiers of executives and employees managing, tons of people. And the thing is, if you're not promoting products or services online right now, you're literally missing out in in probably the greatest wealth transfer in history. Right now, I don't want to go on a tangent or some crazy science fiction ramble here, but if you're still watching, or maybe you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, right? The biggest takeaway you should have is that, look, you can do this too. It just takes making a decision, right? I'm sure everyone here is just as capable as me to start making money online. You just have to make the decision and start down the path and really decide this is for you. Because if you make a commitment, and if you're not just going to try this out for a week, but if you make a commitment to say, I'm going to put the next couple months into doing this, right? This whole industry is growing a crazy amount each year. You can permanently change your life for the better forever. You just have to take advantage of that opportunity and take action.
Wow. John, I love this so much. And I got to say, I love your passion for not only seeing your own freedom, but really helping others find theirs. And I wish we could keep going. I could probably talk about this all day with you. But we try to keep our podcast episodes at least kind of bite-sized, and we're running out of time. So let me just ask this. Is there anything else that you'd like to cover before we wrap things up today?
Sure. Yeah. I'm assuming most people here are just trying to start their businesses or just thinking about it. And folks, if you are looking for a dependable way to start making money online, seriously, my advice is just get started now and don't give up after a day or a week or so, right? When I look back on the decision I made to start doing this, it sounds really funny and seriously, it's pretty emotional because I've been able, from that point, I was skeptical too when I met that, crazy dude who was making millions a year, right? But I've been able to accomplish all my dreams. I've been able to live my dream life and do whatever the heck I want. I have multiple acres out here. I don't have any horses yet, but I have a horse ranch. I have my own trail down to the creek, and, I'm a free man, right? I have more money than I really know what to do with. I live a fairly simple life, actually, even though I have a nice house. And it's just because I made one decision. And it was to actually just kind of take that leap and take action and do something rather than just sit on my butt and just kind of mentally spin all these reasons why not to do anything.
Wow. That is super inspiring, John. Man, hey, first, by the way, congratulations on all your success. So cool.
Thanks, man.
So let me ask this question, though. Before you go, I've seen the results of some of your private students that they have generated. And honestly, a lot of these are crazy. In fact, let me see if I can pop some of these results up on the screen. Yeah. I saw one student made his first $200 per day. Then there was another one that made $1,200 his first month. I saw some hit over $10,000 per month, some even upwards of six figures, which, by the way, is super amazing to see. And John, it seems like you're a true expert in your craft, and this is a super unique business model. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. Is there any way that viewers maybe can apply to get coaching or mentorship from you? Because I know you mentioned that you have some students that you help with affiliate marketing. So would you mind talking a little bit about that?
Sure. So, but to be transparent here, right, it's probably not for over 90% of the people watching. We stick to a pretty small group, and we have a pretty rigorous process of, qualification for our students. But I actually work, and the coaches in my program, they work with the students one-on-one. So we really hold people accountable and help people get past the obstacles, because we found ebooks and just videos alone, they weren't able to do that. Most of these coaching programs out there, they have a 1% to 2% success rate, right? They don't tell you that. Our program has a 60% plus success rate in terms of earning income. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Now, as we discussed earlier, The success of affiliate marketing comes down to choosing the right products to promote, right? Getting the right people, and selling them in the right place. And you also get access to our software, which has over 50 done-for-you websites that are proven to convert. And, that's the special sauce I was talking about. And you get every one of these websites, these landing pages that are, and you get a domain, and these things work, right? You don't have to go out there. And this is where most people get hung up on. So your job is really just to copy and paste our proven system, to do the homeworks that are assigned to you by your coaches. And, you can potentially start generating, $100, $200, $300 a day. Some of our students, as you said, are generating a lot more than that. Yeah.
Wow, John, that must be incredibly helpful for people that are just starting. So here's my question though. What if someone is a complete beginner? And I mean, a complete beginner, like they've never made a cent online before.
Yeah. So what's funny about that, Philip, is that, and this might sound totally counterintuitive, and I know a lot of things I'm saying today probably are like, that's counterintuitive, right? But I've actually seen beginners have some of the most success, and it's because they're more coachable and they tend to listen better, and their brains aren't muddled up with like all this like, they're like email lists, funnels, like AI, chatbots, all these crazy other ideas. And now, even if you don't know anything about affiliate marketing, I have a 14 module video course with like multiple videos per module with, we have a very well structured course that is the core of things that you can always go back to. And even your sessions with your mentor that's helping you through the program, those are recorded too. And I've won awards for this course, right? I dive really deep into pedagogy and education, but everything we teach is A to Z. We're not leaving out steps. We're not, not like the 4-hour work week where it's kind of like, don't trade your time for money, but no specifics, right? We're going A to Z, step by step, how to set up your passive commission streams. All of this is inside our private membership portal. You watch the videos on your own time on any device, right? The calls with your mentors or your coaches, those are scheduled, and we just go through the entire process step by step. None of this is, nothing is based on theory, right? We're working off of like numbers here. That's, we have a lot of Excel spreadsheets. A lot of the homeworks involve kind of these complex spreadsheets, which we have you fill out. And these videos show you exactly what to do. So, Philip, I'm not sure if you've, received any sort of like done for you products or websites or courses, but this is something where you'll be able to start generating profit with affiliate marketing, like literally this week. But to make things even easier, we help our students and we show them they can get over $1,000 in free advertising credits. So they don't even have to, we only accept students that have money to put down for advertising. But that said, we also show our students how they can get $1,000 in free advertising credits, so they can just start driving traffic immediately from, Facebook, YouTube, Google, etc., and, start generating profit without even using their own capital. I share a lot of these hacks in my program.
Wow, John, that sounds killer. But here's my question then. What if people get stuck? Are they able to reach out to you directly?
Yeah, good question. So I'll talk a little bit about the support. So first off, you're getting one-on-one video calls every single week with your mentor, right? Same mentor. And, my mentors and I, we hold your hand to help you choose the best products. Now you can bring your ideas, your products, your ads, or whatever you want to these calls. But, we look at it together and make sure you're on track to be profitable. Your mentor and you also discuss the best products with the best and highest commissions and recurring commissions to promote. And our whole program is designed around getting you to $5,000 to $10,000 per month in income from affiliate marketing as quickly as possible.
Okay. So let me ask this then, because I hear what you're saying and it sounds great. And I love that you have coaches and they're holding your hand. But honestly, there's a lot of programs out there that have coaches. But how are your coaches actually qualified to be giving this help?
All of our folks, they've already been through my program. They're already successful and they've already set up their own passive income streams doing this. And that is invaluable to be learning from folks like that. And I haven't even mentioned the best part yet is you also get access to me on my personal phone, right? You can text me, send me a message anytime. I really don't mind because again, as I said, we have a rigorous selection process and for a reason, right? And, students usually respect my time. They do a lot because respect is something we qualify for. And, I have some pretty invaluable advice. Our coaches answer most of the questions, but, I'm there in the background. I just, anything I do, I always make myself accessible because I always believe in everything I do, right? So lastly, you have access to our private community where you can connect with like other members in the program. Some people formed partnerships out of it and, or just, they create little accountability groups, beyond their coach themselves, and just with other folks moving in the same direction. And people share their success, their stories, their struggles, what they're doing, their journey. And, my mentors and I are all active in this community. And, we're always there to get your questions answered. So, we have a lot of support, and that's in addition to like chat and email support for simple questions, right? And group webinars that we're doing, every single week.
Wow, that is a ton of support. That is totally amazing. I'll tell you what, John, if it's cool with you, I want to have the tech guys go ahead and place a button underneath this video where viewers can see if they qualify to work with you. Is that cool?
Sure, that's fine with me.
Cool. All right. So if you're watching this and you want to speak with John or his team, you can scroll down below and there should be a button there. And so, John, we'll go ahead and put whatever link you want there. But tell our viewers what happens once somebody clicks that button.
Sure. So it'll just be a pretty short, 1 minute long application. And if you qualify, based on what answers you give, right? You can schedule a call with someone on my team and we'll chat together at, whatever time you select.